Welcome to Jake and Trev Review Everything Live.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Trev. Here we are, week 27, another day. Nothing special about today. I just want to let you guys know right off the bat, there's nothing special that's going to go on tonight.
Oh, wait! There's a box.
There's a box. And with boxes on the Jake and Trev Review Everything Live program, as many of you, our loyal viewers, know, comes a mystery.
What is in there?
What's in it? What's in the box?
Specifically, what's in the box?
That's right. So as you can see, it is a large box. That may be deceptive, or it may literally be chock filled with stuff. This might be a box
full of adults.
It could be a box full of adults, but I'm having my doubts. Okay, so big week this week. We got lots of stuff to talk about. Some nice, interesting stuff. We got Person of the Week back again.
Absolutely.
We got some special announcements. We got some interesting stuff to talk about. Some questions from the audience. And hey, viewers like you, feel free to post your questions. How do we feel about whatever? How do we feel about the fact that supposedly DC is going to be working on a series of movies that are going to be smaller productions for some of their lesser-known heroes? What? Yeah, it's a total thing. It's a thing. And we're going to get to that. We want to know what you think.
Yeah.
What heroes? Let me start with a question for you. What heroes from the DC universe should get one of these small-budget movies? Apparently, we're talking about $20 to $40 million budgets on these. Is the rumor? Okay. Now you can make a movie.
Can I? I'll start.
Sure.
I'm going to start.
Who's going to start?
I'm going to start this.
Hold on. I don't want everyone distracted the entire time by what's in the box. Remember,
let's give it like 5 minutes.
We're going to leave the box here for 5 minutes.
Let's do the DC thing and then we'll leave it there.
We'll give them. All right.
We'll give him a little bit of suspense.
Okay. All right. I'll follow your lead on this one, Jacob.
All right. So DC, I would have to probably say Blue Beetle and Booster Gold.
That's Jake's standby answer. Jake loves no duo in the DCU quite like Blue Beetle and Booster Gold.
There are a couple of power round guys. This is the perfect time to do it. Audiences are cooling off a little bit on the whole Judd Apatow thing, but there are so many buddy movies that have come out. Obviously, buddy movie is just a franchise, anyways. Mm-hmm. You can't really, Yeah, I'm sure it wanes and waxes, but
right.
But I feel like nobody has really done that yet. You're starting to see the humor kind of jump into a lot of superhero movies. We had Batman and Spider-Man. I feel like were mostly serious. Mm-hmm. Like the Batman trilogy, the Topher Grace not Topher Grace, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Topher Grace was in one of them, but
yeah, that's technically true.
But you kind of got the feeling like they were taking things kind of seriously. There was humor, especially in Raimi's movies, but for the most part, it was very great power, great responsibility. I'm not the Batman that they want, and it's the one that they need,
right.
etc., etc. It's very serious. And then with the Marvel movies so far, especially with Iron Man, you see it a lot with Loki. Even though he's a very serious character, there's a lot of humor.
Mm-hmm. So Tony Stark's calling kids pussies and stuff like that.
Exactly. So they're kind of moving towards it, but there's not really and I'm not saying Marvel should go overboard and do a slapstick or something.
No.
I'm just saying as far as having a humorous thing. Look at if you haven't seen it, Seth Rogen was Green Hornet.
He sure was.
And that was mostly a comedy. That was a hero as comedian kind of deal. There's only one reason that you would put Seth Rogen in a hero role, and that is so that he can make funny jokes.
Oh, sure. And the transformation for Christoph Waltz from Chudnovsky to Bludnovsky,
yeah,
awesome.
That was
awesome. This criminal mastermind
way over the top, chewed the scenery the whole way.
Well, he transforms himself into this comic book character because he thinks that's what he has to do,
right?
Well, with a name like Chudnovsky, no one's really going to be that concerned.
He has the most ridiculous gun ever, too.
Oh, the double gun?
Yeah, it's a Desert Eagle, which anyone that knows about guns will tell you that a 50 cal handgun is impractical for pretty much anything besides being a scary gangster.
Right.
And he's got two of them side by side under one, or over one handle.
I mean, maybe it was,
Yeah.
Sure. Why not? It was a little subliminally an inspiration for our Kickstarter video with the
the two
the two
yeah. Oh my god, that was awesome.
Do we have that up anywhere? Can people just watch that somewhere?
I don't believe we still have the Kickstarter.
You missed out, guys.
But we may and just snowballing here, nothing official.
Sure.
But we did have a full 10-minute Kickstarter video we had to cut down to the 3 minutes that we actually had up.
Mm-hmm.
So we still have that footage, and we still want to show it to you. It's hilarious.
I don't know. I don't think they want to see it though.
I don't know.
It doesn't seem like our fans want to see the Kickstarter the 10-minute long Kickstarter video. It doesn't seem like something they'd be interested in. And surely if it was something they'd be interested in, they'd be hooting and hollering at us and telling us to put it up online.
I mean, bonus content.
I mean,
extras.
Come on, who even likes that kind of thing?
Everybody.
Everybody is the answer. But you know what everyone else likes?
Well, hold on, because I got to get to the Blue Beetle Booster Gold. I'll do it real quick.
Well, I just want to remind everybody.
Okay.
Everybody else, they like what's in the box.
Oh,
everybody likes
there's
what's
a
in
hint.
the box.
Everybody likes what's in the box.
That's right.
If you don't, you're a Philistine.
Mm-hmm. But Blue Beetle and Booster Gold, they are the Jake and Trev of the DC community.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, they... Blue Beetle is...
They're always palling around.
I'm not super familiar on their origins. Blue Beetle gets his... He's kind of like...
Well, he's sort of a night owl.
Yeah, well, he is. Well, when they made Watchmen...
I'm not making this easier on Jake by explaining.
Welcome to Tangent Town. No, when they made Watchmen, when Moore wrote Watchmen, he had a bunch of DC characters in mind, and DC was like, well, these are our toys, and we kind of want to play with them, so just make something else. So instead of Blue Beetle, who he originally wanted in Watchmen, he made up Night Owl.
Mm-hmm.
So Night Owl is he is Blue Beetle.
Right, and the original Blue Beetle is very similar to Batman in many respects. Kind of a detective character.
Gadgets,
he's got
lots of gadgets. He's
a billionaire. He's an industrialist.
Self-made. Yeah.
A lot of that going around at DC. By the way, billionaire industrialists who become vigilantes, who don't have any superpowers of their own.
I'm going to grab that and put it in my pocket, and we should discuss this later, because I feel like Marvel and DC represent different kind of morality in economics.
Interesting. Sounds like a fascinating discussion.
But I'll think about it. It's the gears are turning. We'll get there. But and Booster Gold is a dude from the future who comes back to the past.
He stole a super suit from the future,
right?
Basically.
Yeah. And he's basically like he's like a freelance football player for superheroes.
Right. He wants to get sponsored. He wants to get.
He's got like the NASCAR suit on. He's got
paid,
patches like Coke and whatever.
So he's kind of they're a couple of oddballs in a lot of respects, and I think they're classic team up, which
they're hilarious. I mean.
They originally kind of got together as a duo in I Can't Believe It's Not the Justice League. Is that correct?
No, I think they've been a duo before, but they pal around. Yeah, I Can't Believe It's Not the Justice League is like the comedy version of DC. Mm-hmm. It's all your B-lister guys that are working together. I think they call themselves the Super Buddies at some point.
Super Buddies.
So it's pretty fun. It's a fun comic. If you're into comics, you should check it out. I Can't Believe It's Not the Justice League. It's an excellent series.
Too much coffee.
Yeah, careful there, Jim. All right, do you think it's time yet?
I think it might be time.
Oh, let's give it. Okay. All right. I want to drag this out just a little longer. Let's get some guesses from our viewers, and then we will reveal it. You get one chance this time. We're not dragging it out until the end of the show. So each of you gotta give us what you think is in the box.
Right. Tell us what you think. What's in the box? Hey, let's check out some of the fan comments.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see. Break up Blue Devil.
Blue Devil?
Blue Devil, yeah.
That's
Blue Devil
kind of an obscure one.
He is. I remember I still have the comic. I think my dad gave it to me. That's probably why. It was my dad that said that. Blue Devil. Yeah, he was in a DC Origins. They used to do this series where it was just a one-off comic where it'd be like one or two heroes, and then they would show their origins. Blue Devil was a character that was a stuntman for a movie where he played a character called the Blue Devil. Actually, he's really close to slapstick because what happens is he's got the suit, he's got the trident, he's got a trident for some reason.
Well, devils, they have like the pitchfork trident.
It shoots like fake lasers and stuff because he's a stuntman. And then he goes through like a dimensional portal and all of this stuff turns real.
Including the suit that he's wearing.
Right.
Which now becomes his skin.
Yeah, and he can he's got like super strength and he can like throw down and stuff, and then he comes back and then there's an actual monster that he has to fight on the set and stuff, and it's pretty cool. It's very close to slapstick where he has a costume on and he goes through a dimensional portal and then he becomes that character. Which is exactly, I never put those two together until just now, but their origins are exactly the same. Except for one's like a teenager, Steve Harmon, and the other one's Blue Devil. So
right, it's a night of discovery here at J&TRE Review Everything.
Yeah, jeez. Or maybe the Metal Men and Doc Magnus.
Metal Men and Doc Magnus. I could go for some Metal Men.
Yeah, there was about 5 guys. I think it was gold, mercury, tin, silver, and platinum.
Maybe
was the girl.
Yeah, I think so.
And then Doc Magnus.
Don't quote
I might have missed one of them. My dad will correct me. I know he will.
That's fine.
Ambush Bud, also good.
Miron38 says, give us the full uncut Kickstarter, please and thank you.
P's and Q's.
Wow, well, that was a demand from our fans.
Because you demanded it.
Because you demanded it. We're going to put up the Kickstarter video.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to put up the full-length Kickstarter video.
We'll probably have a preamble on there so people don't think that we still have a Kickstarter.
Yeah.
We'll throw out some disclaimers.
We'll fiddle with it a little bit and we'll put it up for your consumption. It'll be great.
It's fun. It's a fun video. We kind of threw it together. We got shot down. We had to cut it down quite a lot. But
yeah. So I guess for my pick of DC, who they should throw a little bit of money at, give an opportunity to be on the silver screen, and again, it's going back to the detective thing. The question. I would like to see the question.
Are we talking original question or Renee Montoya question?
Well, see, now, Renee Montoya question would be kind of more of an interesting thing, I think, to a modern audience.
Yeah. There's not a lot of female characters in the DC.
Right. Well, she's a much more diverse version of the question. Not only is she a woman, not only is she Latina, she's also a lesbian. Vic Sage is the one before the original. Okay. I just remembered his name, so I had to say it out loud.
And we're going back to Watchmen because, like we said with Blue Beetle, the question was originally going to be in the role of Rorschach.
Yeah, Rorschach is a Question clone. The Question's whole kind of deal is he's got the trench coat and hat, and like kind of the hard-boiled detective costume, and he's got this like compound that goes over his face that conceals his identity.
Yeah,
and he's just a badass detective, and he's got his little gadgets and so forth. But
I think that's the thing about Watchmen. Even though they're all knockoffs of other characters, really well done. Really awesomely well done. Like, they really take their own, like, besides the fact that if you didn't know that they were replacements for the characters that they were originally supposed to be, you wouldn't really put 2 and 2 together. Maybe, but I don't think so. I think they're different enough that you probably wouldn't know unless somebody told you. Like us, because we know this stuff.
And we'll tell you.
Yeah, we'll tell you.
So, I can tell you, guys, it's we're about getting close to 15 minutes into the broadcast. I want to give him a hint. Okay. I gotta give him a hint. Okay. This is kind of unfair. You know what's not?
Well, hold on.
Do you know what's not in the box?
What's not in the box?
This hat. This hat is not in the box. I want everyone to take a kind of a look here. A little hard to see. That's Amasa. That's Amasa, Michigan. That is not really even a town. It is a community within a township, the Hematite Township. I'm sure any of our fans from Amasa, any of our fans from Amasa are probably cursing me and writing angry letters because I said they weren't a real town, and then I called their town Amasa.
What do you call that when there's? I can't remember the term right now. What do you call it when there is a place that's within a place?
Inception.
No. Accepted. No. What's it called? Like when you have a country inside of a country.
Oh, it's a thing. There's a word for it.
I'm gonna look.
We should ask famous YouTuber CPG Gray. I'm sure he'd know. Hey, on that note, if you're interested, he actually has a video just about those sort of things. If you're interested in the idea of questions, if you're interested in countries inside of other countries, famous YouTuber CPG Gray has a great video about this subject. Covers things like the Vatican City, San Marino, both tiny city-states inside of Italy, for example. Kind of interesting stuff. Did you find an answer, Jake?
It just says landlocked.
I'm sure that there's some kind of fancy geographer's
I feel like there was
name
another
for
term,
it.
but I can't remember. All right, so we got some guesses. Is it an Xmas pillow? It is not.
Is it an Xmas pillow? That's a good call.
That's a good question, but no, or good answer, but it is not. Box contains another box. Still, we're still not going to do it. We're not going to do it.
However, we reserve the right to do it at any time. Yeah, so feel free to keep guessing.
Lead. Lead is the one we missed from the metal.
Lead, gold, platinum, mercury, iron, and tin.
Yeah, we got all the other ones, though.
I think so.
Because we're awesome.
Because we're pretty good.
Wait, no, I said silver. I made one up.
Yeah.
There might have been a silver at some point. I don't know.
I suspect that there were probably metal men that have come and gone over time.
Yeah. Well, they're all robots based. Their powers are based on what that metal does.
Right. So, assumedly, like gold would probably be fairly have some electricity powers.
Yeah. Like mercury is.
Can turn into liquid and like flow under doors and shit.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's an awesome concept.
All right. And I won't say that one out loud, but you got it. I think it's time.
The ghost. We got to give up the ghost.
All right.
What's in the box? Phyllis Peterson, the wonderful Phyllis Peterson, wins tonight's edition of What Is in the Box.
What's in the box?
We can show you what's in the box.
All right. Actually, we don't even have to open up the box.
We don't have to open up the box, because guess what? Jake and Trev shirts. Jake and Trev T-shirts. These are the long-awaited, long-promised Jake and Trev T-shirts. And there's a story here.
Hold on, I gotta move up. They gotta see this.
Yeah. Show them the goods, Jake, and I'll narrate a little bit. You know, it wasn't so long ago that we had this pre-order here, and hey. This is a downturned economy. I know. Times are tough right now. You can't go spending all your T-shirt money all willy-nilly. And so we didn't get a ton of pre-orders, and we were warning people the whole time, saying, guys, you got to get these T-shirts because this is pre-order, and then we're going to destroy the design.
Yeah.
If you don't pre-order this T-shirt, you will never get this T-shirt. But Jake and Trev love their audience so much that we did something extraordinary. We ordered extra T-shirts. You guys, we ordered... How many extra T-shirts do we have, Jake?
We have, as of right now, let's see, 7.
We have 7 extra T-shirts.
7 extra T-shirts, so, I mean, come on, guys.
These are going to be... And, maybe... Jake and I have been talking. Maybe I've come up with some kind of incentive here. We'd like to gift one of these T-shirts to one of you. That's what I'd really like to do.
Yeah. But
don't.
Listen, if a man comes to your door and says, "Hey, this is free," things ain't always free, son.
No, absolutely not. If you win one of these T-shirts from us, you're gonna work for it because that's how we roll. But if you want to get these T-shirts, if you want one of these 7 T-shirts, Jake, how do they get the T-shirts?
I don't know yet. I don't think we figured out. You just put me on the spot. I have no
Contact us.
I'm going to buy a T-shirt.
Yeah.
If you want to buy a T-shirt.
If you want to buy one of these T-shirts, you contact us either on our Facebook page. You can email us at jakeandtrevrevieweverything@gmail.com.
Any page that we're on. Any page that we're on will have all the information that you need. Facebook's probably the best one that's got our email on it. Mm-hmm. It's got all of our other sites on it. I would say, on our YouTube, I think it's got information. I mean, that's hooked into Google+, so if you message us, we will get that from, Right. So, if you want a T-shirt, if you're in the area, if you message us on Facebook, then we can get it to you for the low price, $12.
$12.
Listen, most T-shirts, and I gotta tell you this, and I'm gonna be entirely honest, most T-shirts are like $20.
These are, look.
Most T-shirts, that's just how it is.
Hold on, Jake. Is this cotton?
It is.
Is this 100% cotton?
I think so, yeah.
Cotton breathes, my friends. Don't tell me.
No, I want to.
It's cotton.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I will lie to you to make you feel better about things.
Let's see.
100%
cotton.
That's what I said. It's right. You know what I can tell? You can feel how soft it is.
Oh, it feels good.
It's soft. It breathes. Look at this. I mean, holy shit! Look at this fucking design here, you guys. That's me riding an eagle. Eagle. It's a. I'm jealous. I wish I could have one of these T-shirts. Holy shit!
Oh, we totally do.
It happens just like that. It's all magic. Contact us about the T-shirt. You can be a proud owner.
Oh, yeah.
And I can tell you this: we love you guys so much that we got a few extra. But we're never making these shirts again.
No, that's
it's over.
If we make and I'm not saying we're not saying that we won't make T-shirts.
Yes, we will make T-shirts again.
But these are the first ever Jake and Trev review everything T-shirts.
They're so special.
If you don't jump on this now, with the 7 T-shirts we have left, you're just getting, and then people will be like, oh, is that like a first edition Jake and Trev review everything? It's like comic books.
And you'll be like, yeah, it is. Yeah. It's one of the very few, the limited run.
So, if it's $12 a shirt. If you live out of the area, we gotta ship it to you. It's a little extra for shipping. We'll talk to you. If you message us.
We will not charge you.
I don't know why you're using your keyboard upside down. You must be some sort of space wizard.
Listen, these shirts cost $12. If you live out of the area, we'll ship it to you, and we won't charge you 1 penny more for shipping than it costs for shipping. So this will cost you $12 plus your shipping. So contact us. We've made it easy for you. You know how to get a hold of us. By the way, some people told me the other day, Trev, your email is not very easy to use. It's Jake and Trev review everything at gmail.com. It doesn't get easier than that.
Like I can understand if it was shorter, but our show is Jake and Trev review everything.
It's all right there. Everything you need to know.
Wait. Okay, I gotta get a hold of Jake and Trev from Jake and Trev Review Everything. Is it like the Jake and the Trev Review Everything at Gmail? Or is it like Jake and Trev reviewing the everything?
God.
Is it...
You are...
Wait, hold on.
Listen, Strawman... Strawman, you are so stupid.
If I only had a brain.
Strawman, you are so stupid. Obviously, it's Jake and Trev Review Everything at gmail.com. Yeah. That's our email address. Hey, like I said, contact us about the shirts. Contact us with your thoughts about the show. We want to know. I want to hear from you guys.
You got to see this again. Look.
Oh, do you see these?
Look at that.
These are awesome.
Look at that.
The Voltron guy is behind me.
I don't think they get it. I'm gonna take a couple more seconds.
You just don't get it, do you?
Okay, first off, we got Trev. Move over a little bit, Trev.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Look at that. Look at that Trevor. Look at him. Oh, I'm getting in here.
Get in there.
Oh, look at that. He's riding an eagle.
I got my hat.
If you've seen our show, you've seen this graphic before. These were drawn by me. Nick Erickson, buddy of ours, made the shirts for us. He organized these pictures.
Hold on, Jay. They got some peepers full of me. What else is on the shirt?
It's me.
Holy shit.
I'm on there as well. Riding this rainbow. Look at that. We're having fun.
Well, now, Jake, I mean, there's nothing special about riding a rainbow, right?
Look, and just so your friends know, they know how to get onto our site on blip.tv to watch our show.
Look
at
it's right there.
Jake and Trev review everything.
Yes, we make it so easy.
So easy.
For you.
So sexy. So sexy.
But I mean, Jake, there's nothing special about riding rainbows or giant eagles, right? Wait, no, that's demonstrably false.
That's fucking awesome.
It's
what it is.
The Voltron guy is telling me that it's fucking awesome, and so it is.
You know what?
We're just gonna hang this up right here, so you can keep your peepers on it. Keep your little peeps. Keep your little peeps on it. So, okay. So next up, there's a few things, a few other things to talk about. In further DC news, not to put such a light on DC or nothing. Not that they don't deserve it. We talk about Marvel a lot. Of course, there's a lot more to talk about with Marvel. But it's recently been announced that for the proposed Batman vs. Superman movie, they will also be introducing Wonder Woman. So, I would assume that means then, of course, that it's no longer the Batman-Superman movie, right? I mean, you couldn't just debut your new version of Batman as a title character in this one and then also introduce your brand new fucking Wonder Woman and then not even give her, like, credit in the name of the movie, right? I mean, that'd be crazy, right?
Are they doing... Wait. Are they doing the Trinity?
They're doing the Trinity, you guys.
Wow.
It's going to be Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. DC's big three.
Yeah. If you know, like, they've had series together for a really long time. They call it Trinity.
Mm-hmm. Because there's three.
Because there's three of them: Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. They usually have like the logos inside of each other, which I always thought was sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a really sweet logo. If you guys Google DC Trinity, and I think make sure you have your safe search on.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like the Batman logo behind the Wonder Woman logo, behind the Superman logo. It looks kind of sweet.
They just stack up. They stack up so awesome.
And they got a few of them. I feel they kind of like move them around depending on the deal.
See that? There's one with the Batman symbol in the prime, and with the Wonder Woman symbol prime, and
I feel like Superman's in the front and Wonder Woman's in the front because you know what a bat looks like, but then with Batman's. He's just like
Batman's just obscuring everything. See,
like, fuck you, I'm Batman.
And I think that is actually perfectly symbolic of DC's biggest problem. Batman overshadows everything.
Well, you gotta go with your seller. Listen,
that's fine.
As a fan, yes, Batman. I would say...
I'm getting some coffee. I'll be back. You tell me.
Alright. I would say, without exaggeration, maybe a little bit, that Batman has become much like zombies over the past few years. Oversaturated. Too much Batman. Now, I personally don't think that. I don't think that about zombies either, because I like a lot of zombie video games and movies. I've always have.
I'll be the first to admit that I feel that both of those things that Jake just mentioned are correct. The market's been oversaturated with zombies, and the market's been overflooded with Batman. Too much Batman!
Yeah.
It's over!
And, that's the thing. But I feel like, they're moving in a different direction. You already know everything I feel like the last few Batman movies and stuff, and cartoons, and one-off movies, like movie cartoons for adults, and everything like that, really has primed everyone to know who the fuck Batman is. So now that they're going to do this Trinity movie, Batman versus Superman.
And Wonder Woman.
That's why, but she's not in the title.
Like I said, I hope they change it. Otherwise, I hope they literally just say Batman versus Superman, and also Wonder Woman, as a secondary line underneath the main title, just to draw a little attention to how silly the whole thing is.
Yeah. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Oh, that's Jeannie Nenadovich. That's a good person.
Awesome.
Jeannie.
Says, greetings, like the T-shirt.
Well,
you can totally have one!
Gene, the dancing machine. No, Gene, you can have this T-shirt. It's only $12.
12?
Shipping.
Wait, hold on.
I must have said that wrong, correct?
I don't know, that's it. It sounded like there was something crazy in my ear. Maybe say that again.
Well, I know that most retailers sell quality T-shirts like this for $20 or more. We're selling them for $12.
What?
We're just giving them away.
That's awesome. It's so awesome. Get you a T-shirt, $12.
Thank you, Gene.
You can put it on a box. You could wear it. You can put it on a box, and when you're not wearing it, you can put it on your Batman statue, which sits next to your zombie statue.
Absolutely.
My dad says, don't forget the Flash and Green Lantern. Haven't.
We haven't forgotten.
But they're not in this movie.
We're getting
Green Lantern already got his chance, and it's going to be a while until he gets another one.
And on the note of, God, I mean, we have so much DC content to
I know, it's crazy.
talk about tonight. No, yeah. Hey, guess what? If they do a Green Lantern movie, I'm going to say it right now. This is Trevor Pearson makes a wild half-court fucking throw. If we see Green Lantern again anytime soon in the DC DC movie universe, it's Jon Stewart. It's the Black Green Lantern.
I can see that.
Frankly, it's the most sensible. Here's why.
John with an H, not O-N.
Here's
not like Daily Show Jon Stewart.
Yeah, that'd be a totally different Jon Stewart. No, here's the thing. They need to take advantage of what they have. Okay? Like right now, like Marvel is doing this whole thing where they're using their movies to prime their audience to check out the comics. Because they're very nicely integrated. Now, what most people know DC for is television content. And how do most people know Green Lantern from television? It's from the Justice League cartoon.
Oh, the cartoon, yeah.
The Justice League cartoon.
Where they're walking in slow motion.
Which featured which Green Lantern, Jake?
Jon Stewart. It was Jon Stewart.
It was Jon Stewart. Yeah. And so that's the thing. The audience the largest segment of audience that could be interested in this picture, in a Justice League movie or so forth, they've been raised on Jon Stewart Green Lantern. To the TV viewer, that's Green Lantern.
I could see that. That's really, and that's something that I've been trying to wrap my head around for the past few years. Like, I know people that are easily 10 years younger than I am, and they're like, I grew up with this and that. It's like, it makes me feel old, but yeah, you really have to consider the kinds of things that your general audience now. I mean, we're still within the 18 to 30 range right now.
Yeah. Gene, I want to just address this so that it's addressed. I know that you're my relative. You're my cousin. I just don't want to out people as being related to me unless they want to out themselves as being related to me. So there, I'll just say, you guys, it's my cousin Jean. That's why I said that she's a good person. Okay. So there it is. No, okay. So also on this,
it also says prefer Wonder Woman.
I could see that.
What is? I could not remember. It's Troy, right? It's Donna Troy.
Donna Troy.
See, I could
not. It's Diana Troy.
Oh, Donna Troy is Wonder Girl.
Yes.
Okay.
And Deanna Troy is.
That's why I couldn't remember it, because I was thinking the other day, I was like, wait, what is Wonder Woman's alter ego? Because it's the same thing with Superman. Superman, is Superman. He's Kal-El, and then he pretends to be Clark Kent. It's the same with Wonder Woman. Because Wonder Woman is, I guess the name is different, but she is actually an Amazon princess. And then she masquerades as.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Wonder Woman's one of those characters with a really convoluted backstory and origin story. In the older version of it, I'm sure that I'm sure they've rebooted it and made it more sensical. But originally, she was created out of magic and clay and animated with the spirit of justice,
which is awesome. I don't know why.
Why would you abandon that as your?
That's awesome. Although,
so technically, she's a golem.
Can we talk? Can we straight talk
Not
about
a golem? Go ask your neighborhood Jewish people. They'll tell you all about golem.
Yeah, there's a really good book. Let's just go off into Tangent Town.
Sure.
There's a really good book called The Adventures of Cavalier and Clay. Ooh. It is a fictional history, so it's part of it is nonfiction, part of it's fiction. It's got the people and the players of the time in the book, but the main characters are made up.
Didn't the author of that book also write the Yiddish Policeman's Union?
Yes.
Michael Chabon?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're both excellent books. I love them both. I really do.
That was sort of me cheating, because Jake does love those books, and he tried to make me read them 3 or 4 times. And
my God!
I got about that far into Cavalier and Clay.
Oh, that's so good.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good,
but yeah, it's about 2 cousins that create a character much like Siegel and Schuster made Superman in around the same time, actually, and then the character, because I think is called the Escapist.
Yep.
and he becomes like a character as popular as Superman, and it goes throughout the years, just like Superman had evolved from the comic books into a radio show, into a TV show. Like they do the whole evolution and everything, and it's really interesting. But there are bits in there about the Golem. Mm-hmm. It's heavily.
Tell you what, skip going and talking to the local Jewish community. Although you should, they got some good stuff to say. But we'll tell you now. The Golem is it's a clay man animated in a sacred ritual to defend the Jewish people. They make a Yiddish symbol on the forehead. It means life, I believe.
Emmet. Emmet is what looks like Emmet. It's pronounced Emmet. It means life.
And then when
you remove the E, it's Met, which means death.
Right. So basically, when the Jewish people are in danger, they're supposed to try to call upon the Golem. They make a Golem. They make the sign, and when it's done and it's no longer needed,
then they take the E off, and then
it
stops
dies.
Working. Well, it doesn't die.
Well, it dies.
It no longer lives.
It no longer lives.
But yeah, that was a really good book. We went way too far into Tangent Town, and I don't know what we were talking. Oh, Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman was originally a psychologist's. Let's dim the lights a little bit. Put the kids to bed. It's J&TRE Trev Nights.
J&TRE Nights. Hold on.
Oh. Trev's got J&TRE Nights type thing. Ooh, that's cool. Don't burn yourself there, Chad.
Oh,
he's trying to dim the lights.
I'm trying real hard to dim these lights, you guys.
You get it. Okay, there we go. It's a little dimmer.
It's a little dimmer in here.
Not by much, but
here,
you get the point.
I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna make it right, guys.
Oh.
He's Trev, and he's making it right.
Ooh, there we go.
We're taking the lights down a little bit here.
J&TRE Trev Nights.
J&TRE Nights.
So, Wonder Woman was created by a doctor. I'm going to look up the name because I feel like a jerk if I don't.
Mm-hmm. And he was a psychologist. And much of what he studied was like gender dynamics and issues of dominance and submission and so forth. Mm-hmm. And, what's his... William Moulton Marston?
Yeah.
William Marston. William Marston.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You're telling the story.
Yeah, he was American. He was a psychologist, first and foremost, which is kind of unheard of when it comes to making comic book characters. Comics were kind of a joke thing. Like, we talk a lot about our Stephen Kings and our Stan Lees and stuff, and popular fiction, like horror fiction or sci-fi or fantasy, in comic books and writing in general, were kind of seen as kind of, for kids.
Right.
And it wasn't, if you told somebody that, it would be like saying you were a brony now. If you tell people you're a brony, they're like, oh.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing, like, oh, I make comic books. Oh.
Well, it's part of why, for example, Stan Lee, whose name is Stanley Lieber, dropped the part of his name and
it went under kind of
a bit of a pseudonym, and actually why a lot of the industry guys back in the day used to write under pseudonyms, because it wasn't something you necessarily were proud of working for the funny books.
Yeah. He also created the systolic blood pressure test, which I believe is the thing that you correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's the thing that where you go into like a department store and then it does the...
Well, it's part of it. There's two things to measure, but anyway.
Yeah.
So he made Wonder Woman, and it was kind of like an effort to make like a positive... which is kind of funny, that struggle's still ongoing today to make positive female characters in these sort of things.
But she was in the first few issues, and you can probably find them online. I'm sure if you want to go out, there are like compendiums of like trade paperbacks or hardcovers that have all the original issues.
Well, Jake, all this seems really tame so far. I don't know why we turned down the lights.
Well, Wonder Woman, if you are familiar, has her main weapon is the lasso of truth,
mm-hmm.
and also her cuffs that like deflect bullets, bullet deflecting cuffs. Well, here's the thing. Any man, specifically men, in the original, and I think it still counts today, if they put her wrists together, they would bind her.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Also, the lasso, you lasso people and tie them up, and then they tell you the truth. She, within the first, 5 issues, she was tying everybody up. She was getting tied up. Men, women, everybody getting tied up. Very suggestive positions and, situations. It was completely S&M. And Marston believed that in order to be free sexually, you had to get tied up by a woman.
Yep.
That was his
to be a sexually healthy male. You should try totally submitting to a woman and allowing her to tie you up and presumably do stuff to you. I don't know.
I don't.
Presumably.
Well, Marston. A fun fact that I already know. I don't even need to look it up. Marston had a wife and a mistress, and they both knew about each other, and they were totally cool with it.
Kinky.
Yeah. So, there's a lot of interesting things that go along with that. So that's where Wonder Woman came from, if you were curious, was, a psychologist who really liked S&M, and he wanted to make a superhero based on that.
And so Wonder Woman, the legacy of Wonder Woman is that she's an S&M hero.
Yeah.
She's an S&M hero.
Yeah.
So that's it for right now for Jake and Trev Nights.
We're going to turn the lights back on. Jake and Trev Nights. Gene says, whose picture is that on the wall? She looks like Wonder Woman too. No,
that's just...
She was so special!
She was the most amazing person! And we're back. And yeah, that's Laura Jean. She's, as we said, a special woman. And if you want to find out who Laura Palmer is, I'll just leave that research up to you.
Let's see. Mirren, let's go to the comments here. Mirren says, I vote they make a DC movie about Cyborg. Here's the thing. I don't think that they would do that without making a Teen Titans.
No.
Because going back to things that the demographic now grew up with, the Teen Titans was a pretty popular kids show.
Still is.
Oh, yeah. So, wait, is it still on?
Well, no, there's a new chibi version of it where they're all drawn kind of cutesy.
Well, they kind of did that. They used an
they did it sometimes in the one before, especially when they were playing for comedy, but now it's chiefly that. I think it's called Teen Titans Go or something like that now or something. Okay. And
if you're not familiar,
totally played for comedy.
If you're not familiar with chibi or with anime in general, think regular characters made to look like Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
That's pretty much.
You draw them with oversized heads and undersized bodies, and you draw them with really big eyes, and yeah.
That's what.
Soft edges. You want to round out any hard edge on it.
Yeah. In manga and anime, they do they use it as kind of a representation of them being basically like kids. If they're acting like kids, then they'll cut from the adult version of that to and then they'll cut back. It's kind of like a surreal kind of thing, but
right.
They're generally not. They don't stay like that. That's why I was confused.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Why they would do a whole show like that, but let's see.
Stripes Cat in the Box. No, we've already solved. We've already don't. That's not funny. I would never put my cat in a box.
You would never do that.
No. We've already solved the mystery. Phyllis actually solved the mystery of what's in the box. It was these handsome T-shirts.
Jake and Trev shirts, $12.
$12. Only a few of them.
We have literally just a handful. This is my hand. It is full of shirts.
Those are the shirts.
Those are the shirts. So, yeah. Trev's mom will get back to us later about the large shirt. I grabbed all of them, so.
Yeah. I'll address that with you. I'll address that later on.
Because I put everything in a stack.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh.
Okay. The T-shirts are accounted for.
Okay.
You're fine.
Cool.
We're all good here. How are you?
Classic. All right, let's get to Person of the Week because you guys are going to love this.
Okay. Can we answer the pre-submitted question first, and then get to Person of the Week?
Okay.
The pre-submitted question comes also from Phyllis Peterson. You're getting lots of props this episode of Phil's. Lots of pops, Mom. But you answer, or you gave us the question.
It's my turn to get coffee. So.
Yes, it is. You gave us a question. Apparently, it was being discussed around the table at dinner time. Who's faster? Now, wait for it. You're thinking right away, The Flash.
Superman.
No. Who's faster, Green Lantern or Superman? Well, that's a difficult question to answer easily, obviously, since they're fictional characters, we're going to have to speculate. Obviously, because there are multiple versions of all the characters, we're going to have to speculate a little bit. Here's what we know.
Let's say Hal Jordan. Let's just right off the bat say Hal Jordan.
Okay, we're going to say it's Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, because...
Arguably the best Green Lantern.
Arguably the best and most powerful Green Lantern. Okay? And we'll just say, we'll take Superman at, like, the height of his traditional power. We're not going to talk about him in some far-flung fictional DC Elseworld tale where...
Not like blue electricity Superman.
Not blue electricity Superman. Not red electricity Superman. Not Superman that's been basking in the glow of Earth's yellow sun for 1,000 years, so he's becoming a living battery of nuclear power.
Not Red Sun Superman.
Not Red Sun Superman. No, we're talking about regular height of his power... Fast Superman. Well, we know he's faster than a speeding bullet.
Mm-hmm.
Now you say, well, he's also fast enough to go back in time. Horse trash! I will not accept the Richard Donner movie as evidence in this hearing.
No.
It's being thrown out.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Good
Superman is fast. How fast? Well, faster than the speed of sound. Certainly.
Yeah.
Faster than the speeding bullet. Certainly.
And bullets break the sound barrier.
Sure. Certainly faster than that. How fast is the... But the real question is, how fast is the Green Lantern?
See, this is what I put for we had a little pre-game discussion. What I put forward is that Green Lantern's powers are derived from his ring, and the ring is powered by willpower.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one of the reasons that the ring picks who is going to be the protector of the sector. Was it 2248?
Mm-hmm.
I believe. Wow, I'm going to look that up too. So I don't want to get yelled at by any nerds.
So yeah, the Green Lantern's whole power thing... No, you're... Okay. The whole power thing is, it's derived from the rings, it's based on will, so the more willpower you have, the more effective Green Lantern you are. And since we're dealing with Hal Jordan, who is arguably the most powerful Green Lantern, we're going to assume that that's a whole lot. And according to the Wikipedia article that lists the powers of the Green Lantern Corps, one of them involves speed, and depending on how much willpower is being expended and focused on, they are capable of going faster than the speed of light, which is significantly faster than the speeding bullet. Jake?
Yeah.
So, I mean, based on that, I would say that Green Lantern's the winner. On the other hand, Superman is a character who I wish I could credit this to whoever said it first, although even they, who I heard it from, probably didn't say it first. Some YouTuber put it that Superman is only... I believe it was one of the crack guys. But Superman he can only not do things that he hasn't tried to do yet.
Yeah. Well, that's evidenced by how, early Superman leaping tall buildings and stuff. Eventually he could fly. He had, laser vision and ice breath.
So as soon as he tries to do something, then he can do it. I would postulate that there's a strong possibility that if pushed hard enough, Superman could probably unleash his full potential, which arguably we've never seen, to be fair.
Yeah.
That's something that they tease a lot in the DC universe, that Superman's always been playing with kids' gloves.
Yeah.
Because he's just so great.
Well, he rises to the occasion, so if he's got to fight somebody that's more powerful, then eventually, he gets up to speed.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're fighting just regular, Earth foes...
Right. So...
Why overdo it?
I guess I would have to give this one to Green Lantern, ultimately.
What?
No. Yeah. Because number one, like I said, he is the strongest of the Green Lanterns. He's like a chosen one and shit. He's got exceptional willpower. He can go faster than the speed of light. Although it also... Now, here's the thing. It said in the Wikipedia article that it does require a fair expenditure of their energy to travel that fast for extended periods.
Right.
So if it's just a speed contest, Green Lantern. If it's a speed and then if there's a fight that goes along with it, Superman all the way, because Green Lantern's going to tire himself out going so fast.
Yeah, if they're just racing, yeah. But, and I want to put this forth too, we did talk about Superman and the Flash. The Superman and the Flash have raced each other 3 times. Once Superman won, once the Flash won, and one time they tied. So it's like a tie overall.
It's bullshit.
But here's the deal. Superman beat the Flash. I can't remember which Flash it was. It was probably Barry Allen.
Barry Allen.
It was probably the Barry Allen Flash. Arguably one of the best Flashes.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. The Flashes have the power of the Speed Force. They can do crazy things by going super fast.
Right.
And I feel like the Flash could probably beat Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
See, yeah, I know. I guess I'll wrap this section up by my belief that Superman gets too much credit already, so we'll make Green Lantern the winner of this one.
I'm gonna say begrudgingly, I don't want him to win, but Superman would probably win.
Okay, so I say Green Lantern. Jake says Superman. You draw your own conclusions.
Yeah. It's a tie.
But we're gonna get to. We got 10 minutes left. We're gonna get to Person of the Week.
Let's do it.
Okay, so this week's. I'm breaking with a tradition, you guys. You guys may remember, usually the Person of the Week, when we started, it was just people we liked, and then it suddenly did a big turn toward people that we thought were total assholes, and it was just really our platform to call people assholes. This time, that's not the case. This time, this is a genuine admiration, I think this person is awesome. Kyle Kinane, I hope I'm saying that correctly. He's a comedian. And he figured out this last week that when you write Pace Picante in your text of your Twitter, that the Pace robot that runs the Pace Picante Twitter will automatically like your post.
If you use the words Pace Picante
right.
together.
So his first texts, or his first tweets say, Pace Picante ads do everything short of calling you a queer for not eating their salsa. Unless your mouth is full of dicks, you should be eating Pace Picante brand salsa. That's supposedly from an ad exec winning pitch to Pace Picante brand salsa.
Wait, this ad was on... I'm sorry. I've never heard of the site before. Happy Place?
I've never heard of it either.
Alright, well, we'll just give him props for this.
Yeah, Happy Place has got a nice long article all about
happyplace.someecards.com?
Yeah.
That's a weird...
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Get a new URL. Happyplace.someecards.
So the second one, his postulation that the ad execs pitch for Pace Picante's advertising deal.
That they're basically calling you a pussy for not
eating Pace Picante.
Yeah.
And Pace Picante's Twitter robot favorited the tweet
and then
said, grab the Southwest by the bottle. And to which he replied, you're doing it wrong, Pace. And he decided to test this further. So going down a little bit here. Let's try something here, Kyle Kinane said. Hold on. I'm gonna turn the lights on. No. Okay.
It's not nights, but you're warned. There's some grown-up words in here, so.
The tweet goes, I wouldn't rub Pace Picante brand salsa on my asshole if my turds came out on fire. To which the Pace Picante robot favorited the tweet and said, grab the Southwest by the bottle. That's rich. So he's having a lot of fun here. And they're just not getting it or responding. He sent one, kind of addressed to Pace.
You put a screenshot of that.
Pace, you might want to pay a human being to run your account. And then he decided to have some more fun. Pace Picante brand salsa officially endorses at Mrs. Renfro Salsa as the tastiest supermarket salsa ever. Favorited by Pace Picante, grab the Southwest by the bottle.
Somebody's in charge of this Twitter, and they're getting in trouble.
So let's see. Pace Picante brand salsa openly admits its ad campaign is vaguely homophobic, and yet its salsa tastes like old cowboy dick.
Well, okay, let's get to the good stuff, because he just keeps putting up.
He puts up these ridiculous tweets that mention Pace Picante, and the Pace Picante Twitter bot keeps favoriting them and saying, grab the Southwest by the bottle.
Yeah, it says, let's see, eventually the Pace Picante Twitter, somebody got on there and was like, oh shit. And wrote, we were just experiencing some technical problems with our Twitter account. Please accept our apology and happy holidays. And then, Kyle Kinane took a screenshot of that and said, I was never part of the 99% movement, but this morning we shut down Big Salsa. Cheers.
So it goes on. It could have ended there, but no. Eric from Pace Picante, who later on in these tweets, Kyle begins to refer to everyone who works there as their last name being Picante. So we'll say that this is Eric Picante. Says, "Hello, I would really appreciate it if you would delete the Pace Foods related tweets. Thanks for your cooperation in advance, Eric." To which Kyle responds, "Maybe a few cases of Pace Picante brand salsa could add a little flavor to this discussion," and then said, "See what I did there?"
And then let's see.
I can definitely see what you did. What I can do. Eric says, "What is your address?"
Sounds sketchy. I'll meet you. Texas, right? Oh, that's good.
To which Eric responded, "Our lawyer has informed me that we shouldn't send you any product, and that blackmail for salsa is still blackmail."
Oh no!
So now it's taking a kind of a serious turn. And Kyle tweets that out and says, "Oh boy, gonna need some pro bono representation over here."
He says, and then Eric Picante, Miles Picante.
Eric Picante left the conversation at this point. He's bungled it up. It's all bungled. Miles Picante gets on and says, "We decided we could actually send you some product. Mild, medium, or hot. Also, don't think I don't get what you're doing. We all aren't uptight guys at desks. I'm a comedy fan, but we have jobs to do. Miles."
the best response, and I think we should cut it there because this is really it goes on for a while, but this could have ended right now. And it would have been perfect.
To which Kyle responds, "I'm sorry, Miles Picante, but my lawyer has informed me that bribery with salsa is still bribery."
Oh, zing!
Puts on the sunglasses.
It's perfect. Yeah! Just so...
just nailed it.
Kyle Kinane, we know you watch our show.
Obviously, everyone watches the Jake and Trev Review Everything Live program.
Congrats.
That's for you, bud. I mean, that's just some epic...
Wait, what is this Twitter?
It's at Kyle Kinane.
Easy enough. We'll throw it in.
We're gonna put it up in the chat here. You can go take a look, see if you can find this. If you search Kyle Kinane Twitter, Pace Picante in Google, I'm sure you'll find the page we're just looking at. It goes on for a while. At some point, somebody confesses to having sent Miles home for the day early because of something he said. And then Kyle begins to get quite concerned and starts demanding for Miles' safety to be brought back. And there's some actual twists and turns where that fake Twitter accounts get involved, and it's just nuts. It's Byzantium. It twists and turns. You guys are gonna love it though. Check it out. Jake just put some information up in there apparently.
Yeah. Well, it goes to our Twitter too, so that's why I put the ad thing on there.
Oh yeah, so it's gonna go to the Twitter.
Kyle Kinane will probably not see it, but that's okay.
But that's okay. He's probably had quite an explosion in his followers here following this.
He probably moved on to pancakes or maybe some other sauces, maybe mayo.
That reminds me, as we have a few minutes left, there was another kind of that's what's interesting about Twitter is because you can't put very much information at once. It's kind of perfect for doing live. So you can kind of you can document a chain of events over Twitter.
Absolutely.
So there was one that kind of hit big on the internet long ago about this guy who I believe I want to say he's a writer for some newspaper somewhere, but he was on a flight and there was a lady who was just being the worst. It was a Thanksgiving flight. They were trying to get home for Thanksgiving, and there was a delay. And then, she got up and started complaining loudly, "Oh, this is Thanksgiving. My family's expecting me. I gotta get home, and there's a special stuffing recipe we have to use, and I have to help, and all these I have tos, and it has to be this way." Completely failing to understand, that's literally everybody. The steward said, "I understand, ma'am. I want to get home to my family too." Her response, "It's not about you." So that's just the start. The guy who overheard this starts kind of live tweeting the events, and eventually he decides to send her a glass of wine because clearly she needs to calm down. Yeah. And she just takes that in like the entirely wrong way. There are slaps, there are insults, there are notes traded. It's a whole thing. So that's one of the nice things. I think the best thing that come out of Twitter is the ability to document an event in progress.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's people and even for more serious things. I mean, we've had
like the Arab Spring was largely fed by Iranian young people who were having Twitter accounts and talking about things that are happening inside the country.
So it's not just for comedy, although it is awesome for comedy.
It's awesome for comedy, but it's also great for other stuff too.
So that's pretty much it. Just real quick, again, T-shirts, $12. Get a hold of us. Jake and Trev review everything on Facebook, on YouTube, on Blip. I don't think you can message us on Blip. But
I don't think there is a way to do it.
Maybe, I don't know.
Take a look around.
Yeah. Facebook's the easiest way to get a hold of us.
Mm-hmm. We're there all the time. So that wraps it up for Jake and Trev Review Everything Live. Great show, everyone. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next week.